Hello, hello, hello. I am Anu Abuchi and welcome back to my channel, Healing Empowered. Although I'm gonna title this video um Waiting on Insignificant Things to Contribute to Your Greatness, which is fear. The theme of this video is courage, and you can't see it. Let me get my arms in here. I should have said muscles, but no, I said it right. Let me get my arms in here. I have muscles in my mind, not really on my arm. Anywho, today's theme of this video is going to be courage, and what we're doing, you and I, what we're doing to make sure that we don't move forward and progress toward our goals, toward our heart's desires. So there are different behaviors, different steps and energies that we have going toward our goal. Like I could literally want to, so I'm a YouTuber, and I would like to be a bigger YouTuber and use my funds to I would eventually like to get monetized and use my funds to use the money to fund films. Couldn't get that out. To fund films and just be a screenwriter for films. That would be awesome. So I am actually, now I've always thought about being a YouTuber, but never went through it until November last year for other reasons. And which just to document things that were going on. But now I've changed it and I said I'm going to use these films to these videos to begin to create a platform for myself and just share what I feel on certain topics, my knowledge on certain topics. And so I am putting energy toward my goal. Now, before this, or still now in other ways, I am wanting to become a gardener. I don't buy the flower pot. I don't take any gardening courses. I don't get my ground ready for planting. I don't invest time in coming to know more knowledge about what it takes for someone like me that doesn't know anything about gardening to know more about gardening. And those two thoughts are just two opposing thoughts. And so wanting to do something and not putting any energy toward it, and wanting to do something and then putting all your energy on it, toward it, you're going to get exactly what you invest. This we know. So, but how does this relate to you? So, whatever your goal is, whatever your desire is, whatever is on your heart. A lot of people like to say, well, that's God. God put that there. I don't know about all that. I really, really don't know about all that. Denzel said it once in a commencement speech and said, what is on your heart is the plan. I want to say paraphrasing, but more so rephrasing. I'm rephrasing, and it was so beautifully and eloquently said. But he said that what is on your heart is exactly what God's plan is for you to contribute to the world. And that sounds so great. And a lot of things that sound so eloquent, it's just easy to believe it. But the only reason why I don't want to grasp onto that entirely is only because my outer principle of like the knowledge and my intellect, that I know that my knowledge and intellect is limited. And so when I hear things that are just baffling, just amazing, just sound so sensible to me, I am like, wow. And I just want to cling to it naturally, as well as you and most people do. But because of things that have happened over and over in my life that were as a result of me believing so much in that, I just doubt that I have the capability to really be understanding the origin of eloquent sayings, the truth or the factual state of things. And so I just don't grasp onto even I just limit great speeches and great sayings and great quotes to just a great accumulation of words, not so much something that I need to believe in or abide by or begin to practice moving forward. Unless it's biblical, then that's just the principle I need to abide by, so that I could blame God, not myself, because stuff just don't be working out when I put my faith in it or my hope in it or I apply it, unless it's the Bible. So, anywho, and I'm barely doing that. So, when it comes to something that's on your heart, something that's on your mind, and you really want to do that thing. So for me, it's to actually make a film, but it's more beyond that. In all honesty, it's beyond that. More beyond that. It's beyond that. I would actually like to win awards, recognition, money to live off of what I'm creating, and people are in. Well, yeah, I would like to live off it, and then to have people enjoy it. I don't think that those are the same, because I can be making trash. Like, what am I watching? And be rich, but people that watch them are just confused at what they're watching. So I think that that's a separate point or goal or whichever, a separate achievement. So what am I doing toward that? I actually take film training, I want to say. You can go to Best Buy. Well, at the Best Buy I'm at, I've gone there and I've looked at the cameras, and the gentleman was telling me about cameras that works there, and I made sure that he was working there because he approached me from my reveal from behind toward the side. And so when he began to tell me so much, I was taking it all in, but I said, I'm not going to remember any of this. All I know is that I want to create film. As I get closer, as I put my foot in, I don't think that I'm confident that I may say, oh, I just want to be a screenwriter, not necessarily a producer or director, whichever. He began to break down what the difference is between a producer and a director, and then how you have to be in union, and if you're in union, you can only strictly work for this company, and then you can't even work for another company until and I was like, what? That's terrible. But that's the politics about it, that industry. But as far as like creating messages, creating content, creating not so much content, I think it just kind of like creating messages with film and creating content with film or story. I think that it just using the term content, I think that that's a reflection of me having a different goal for why I want to create film, as opposed to someone that says, I really want to create messages or just touching stories. So for someone like yourself who's watching this video, who has a goal, has anything in mind that they want to do, even if it's to be number one in math in school, you putting your... let's say there's a swimming pool and you want to get in it. It's going to be more comfortable for you to stay outside of the pool because you're already outside. Like, that's how you start. Everyone starts outside of the pool, and the air that is brushing against your body is way more comfortable than the temperature inside the pool, most usually. So in order for you to become comfortable with the temperature in the water, you're literally going to have to just jump in, as opposed to just wiggling your toes in there. Wiggling your toes in there sometimes can be a good thing because wiggling your toes in the area where you want to go can be cheaper. Okay, that might be all that you can afford, because I had to pay for my sessions with my Best Buy teacher or whichever. I literally go there. I can go there every year, and I pay $200 just so I can go there every day for a year for 30 minutes. Um, Uninterrupted, and then he'll give me 30 more minutes where he'll have to attend to customers or whichever that may or may not approach while he is giving me a lesson. I've been there 4 times, and it was 2 weeks ago, so I'm already dropping off and not being committed and going every day. losing the money. But that's me putting, I think that's putting my feet in, my toes in. If I were to just jump in, which is what I suggested, I think that I would literally just take the camera that I already have and just start shooting at something. My children, I could literally speak into my camera and say, oh, look at the wilderness of children that are running amok. And is this what you want? You want children? Look at these. Look at how they're drawing on the wall. And then just start to just shoot my children with the video camera that I have, and then find a wire, upload it to my desktop, and then put it on YouTube, just like I do these YouTube videos. That's a film. The reason why this is not a film only because it's just a long video. So, but if I can create, I think coming to know what the difference between a film and video is would really help me to put more of those elements of film into the film and then just shoot it. I literally allow all things that come onto my plate to make it onto my plate. And by that I mean, trying to get closer to my goal. There are literally things that will jump out at you that normally wouldn't have. I just believe it. I just believe this. That normally wouldn't have, had you not turned your mind and your attention toward being focused toward this goal. I want to create film. All of a sudden now, my husband's like, you know what? We need to spend twice as much time together. So I'm just going to need an hour of each day, if that's okay. And that's what I'm going to need of you in this marriage. And I'm like, okay, cool. However, that eats away at the daytime that I have to dedicate toward housework, the children, my peace and personal time, my time with the Lord, and then time with film. And so I would have to cut it out from somewhere else, because that's a request you've got to respond to. But I do feel like when you have a goal that you want to pursue, you have to also put the same amount of energy in protecting yourself from things that want to take away from your time, take away from your dedication and your determination. And I've heard this with other people like that are reaching their goals, that are very successful, world-renowned in names like Elon Musk and Leonardo DiCaprio, where they're actually seen as baffling when they're doing their art, when they're in the zone. And yes, you would have to be, I don't think that your intent is to come off crazy. I don't think you should desire to come off crazy. I think that's just how you're going to be seen by people that are around you. And it's really just the contrast to where you used to make yourself available, and then all of a sudden now you are so honed in, so tuned in to your goal that the shift is crazy. Their observation is that you're crazy. So I'm ready for that. I'm ready to sacrifice what I'm giving off, what I'm emitting. Like, I'm available. Hello, come over here. Come spend time with me. Come talk to me for 2 hours. I know how to talk to somebody for like 2, 3, 4, 5. I've done 5 hours before, which was pretty easy. Anyway, um, just conversation, no interruption. I've done 5 hours. I've done 6 hours. That's the maximum. I think that's the maximum, like, in life I've done with someone. And yeah, it was a guy. I mean, we're being truthful over here at Healing Empowered. What? No lies. So, but it's a new day. It's a new day, and I have a goal now. So people that all of a sudden have a goal, have a new desire, they act different, they behave different, and so my suggestion is not only um, to watch where you are in your energy, and not and by energy I mean, what are you doing with your time that has to do with your goal. You literally need to drive over to that place where you want to begin shooting film. You have to pick up the camera and walk with it wherever you go. You would have to sometimes it's going to require a partner. It's going to require someone to tag along with you and have them make you accountable. I you haven't seen any interviews here on my channel, yet I have asked at least a handful of people, and I know maybe like 50. I think I know like 50 people, 100 people, maybe more than that. I don't remember faces or names or conversations, so I'm gonna bring it down to 25. So anyway, the point is that I, as an adult, a couple of people, I have reached out to people and I have asked them, hey, can I interview you for my YouTube channel? I was straightforward. I said, Healing Empowered, we talk about this and this is what I like to focus on. And so they were like, yes, and then that's where it left off. And I asked over 2 months ago. It's August 1st, right, as of today. And I asked, and yet I didn't follow up. And my follow up is I want to say intentional, but a subliminal intent. And it really is the hurdle that I put up so that I don't reach my goal. It's a even though I'm doing videos, great. But to provide more of a richness in my videos, because if I still keep going one way, I'm not going to be able to go this route. I'm going to have to find another route, another way to reach my goal of making money in order to fund films that I eventually want to make. I can write the scripts, but in order to hire the cast and the payoff production and things like that, that money's got to come from somewhere. So I didn't schedule any dates. I didn't schedule any times with any of their requests. So I want to say intentional, but yeah, it was unintentional, but we just be lying to ourselves. If I could reach back out to the same people and have them, I'm just gonna scratch my scalp while I'm. So if I could reach back out to the same individuals and request that they give me a time and date this month, that would be, or this week, that would be me not only getting closer to my goal, because once the videos are taped and uploaded, that goal would have been reached. But I'm not even reaching back. I've talked to them. I've visited them since then. Didn't say nothing about the YouTube video that I had text them over 2 months ago. But that's a way for me to think that I'm going toward my goal, but I'm just being silly. And silly is an understatement. I am getting in the way of my own goal. I am trying not to reach my own goal. by doing that. I'll put other things on my plate. I'll do loads of laundry. I'll clean restrooms. I will go help someone in their home. I braided my aunt's hair. Remember taking people to the airport. I remember unpacking for someone else. I remember creating a curriculum. What? YouTube is my current job, and it has to be my job, and I have to see it this way. And I'm my own supervisor, and I have to see it that way in order to be serious enough to execute. I have the capability to have these thoughts and these grand ideas, but if I don't get them executed, I won't be able to gather information from them and then apply to this job the energy that needs to be in the right places at the right time, based off of the result from the things I have executed in the past, just the videos I've done in the past, who's watching this, who's not watching that, when are they watching, why are they watching. And so with your goals, putting yourself in the right place, actually spending some time dedicating, like literally put an alarm on your phone, and then you might have to block off your phone or not have it around you for that time. I'm going to take my phone, I'm going to leave it in the closet, and I will work on this. I will literally write a script. I will write down some notes, and I'll get started that way in order to get closer to my goal. Sometimes teaming up with someone, you may not want to partner up with someone. You may not even want to share what you're doing. Partnering up with someone does provide some sense of accountability, because now you have to show up for them. Now you have to report back to them what you said you were going to do. Just that first step. Oh, I actually went and I talked to the principal. Oh, I actually went and talked and set up an interview. So at best, I would like to go with the option that requires the least amount of work. And at worst, I will like to do absolutely nothing. Hence my past. Not a nothing. And complain about not being able to do what I need to do to everyone that I allowed to be a part of my day. I will constantly put my goal in the on the back burner. Not even on the back burner. I will literally neglect it, and I won't feed it, and I won't take care of it. I won't nourish it. I don't even talk about it. I don't even connect with people that are talking about it. I don't even connect with people that are excited about it. To be amongst them, to continue to live with the excitement of my goal, and to hear the little steps that they are taking and the achievements that they are achieving. I will involve myself around people who are ready to sit there and think, talk, and do everything you're not trying to do. And I'm sick of it. And that's just a reflection on how badly I want my goal and how comfortable I am with what is going on right now. And what's going on right now is just things that are going to naturally sprout whether I'm here or not. So what's also courageous? And one more thing, what's also courageous? Coming to know more about you and your strengths and weaknesses. So I realized I'm comfortable where I'm at. I have to be true. Even when I say it, I feel bothered and irritated by it, but it's the truth though. If it weren't the truth, but then again, I think that's a portion, that's a percentage of the pie. As far as I'm comfortable where I'm at, I also know that I have a condition. It's called people pleasing. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called people pleasing. And once I can suffocate that trait, I can blossom as a person. I think any creative can blossom if they suffocate that trait. Like, I don't know how creative you can be if your mind and words and your heart is trying to please something external, like, as opposed to, because you need that same amount of attention to create what's in here, so that's, you're literally um stomping on your own flower and just pulling down the clouds out of your own sky. That's sad. So anyway, if you would rather eat than exercise, it's going to show. If you would rather help others than, if you would rather contribute to other people's insignificant tasks all the time without dishing out no's here and there, it's going to show. If you would rather be comfortable right where you are, if you'd rather be right where you are a year from now, as opposed to closer to the dream that is in your mind that you just can't let go, it's going to show. You don't have to tell anyone that you don't have the courage to change, because it takes diligence, it takes mindfulness, it takes attention, and it does take time. But you not sticking to it is the lack of consistency, yes, and also some fear. But it's so easy for you to be consistent with with other things in your life. But when it comes to you and what you want in your life, all of a sudden you don't have no consistency. So that's the truth, that you need to swallow that. But whether we're aware or unaware of our next steps towards our own personal goal of staying where we are, or moving or progressing to the beautiful butterfly that we are, courage is to use whatever you have to the best of your knowledge and at the time with all your ability. And that's going to show. Courage shows. Fear shows. And a lot of times when we have so much fear, we try to control every other thing except the thing that is toward our own goal. That's so funny. We try to control the things that we can as opposed to the things that we can't. Because it's easier. And just get frustrated with other people that are around us, because we're actually frustrated with ourselves. But that's a whole nother video. So thank you again. I feel like this was a rant, but it wasn't. It was supposed to be scripted, but it was a mixture of the two. So swallow what you can, spit out the rest. I am Anuabuchi. My name means it's not what man says, but what God does. And so I love that name. This channel is healing empowered. And anything that you have healed from, that differentiating characteristic from then till now, that is your power. Thank you. Bye-bye.